It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks.
Welcome to the field, your 2024 Seattle Seahawks.
Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And away we go from Lumen Field. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the league's best stories from last season, wasn't he? The former number 3 overall pick, coming off that career-defining year, Sam Darnold.
He was a comeback story that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. But he paired with head coach Kevin O'Connell, threw a whole bunch of touchdowns in Minnesota. Remember, Kate, he was an MVP frontrunner early last season. Exactly why the Seahawks targeted him, wanted him, and now have him in the fold.
Play fake, Darnold. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Darnold off the play action. And the Colts get to him. Down he goes. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
Colts in the nickel set on 3rd. Third and long for him here. Hauled in down the sideline. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Slot man's in motion right. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. And they still get some big yards out of this one. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play. And they tag him for pass interference. The penalty erases an exciting turnover. Makes it 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Walker now from the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. From the gun, Darnold. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And This is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Walker. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They've made it to 1st and goal on their opening drive, hoping to start this game with 6. Charbonnet on the toss. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks finish up an excellent opening series. Charbonnet with the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Anthony Gould. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So now the Colts getting their first opportunity on offense in this game. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
Don't think for a second, Kate, he hasn't heard the noise. Read the comments from the keyboard warriors who say they just want somebody else leading this team. But let me let you in on a little secret. Those criticisms, they can fuel quarterbacks. Make that chip on the shoulder even bigger to prove people wrong and to show I really do belong in this league.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman Jr., and that'll bring up 4th and 3. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time.
A little slow snap there, and it's blocked. Live ball scooped up inside the 20. And they will score. Trouble with the snap, and they're not just able to block it in time, but take it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Getting these situations and getting the snap out clean really isn't all that matters. That snap has got to be in a hurry. Got to have some urgency to it, especially because if there's a blocked punt, well, you run this danger right here. That defender can pick it up and take it to the house.
Myers to add the PAT. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their second drive of the game. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Now looking to throw. Gets this one to Pierce. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Here's a nickel look by the Seahawks. 3rd down. Taylor trying to run for this first. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
QB keeping it here, the 2nd down option. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And this game is comfortably in hand early. They take possession with a 14-0 lead. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Smith and Jigba going in motion right. This is Walker on second. And only can get his yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Extra man in the secondary for the Colts now. 3rd down. Darnold. It's complete. Play made by Cup. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Walker running to the right. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
On 2nd down, a run with Charbonnet. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. Our score, 14-0. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They still have 5 to go here. 3rd down. Here's Darnold to throw. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his process.
See Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And they're going to try to break through this defense and put some points up. They're down 14-0. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And talk about a dream position, Brock. Heading out with 1st and goal waiting for him. A chance to pay off their defense's effort as they start out 1st and goal. Here's Walker running right. And it looks like they'll give him about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Here's another for it. This defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Can't manage even a yard on 2nd and goal, and they'll have 3rd and goal from the 5.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Caught just shy of the goal line. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks take a 20-zip lead. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just roll. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Myers to add the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21.
Colts, nothing.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Colts are ready to take the field. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I believe somebody on the Colts got to it first. They're luckily hanging on to the football.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Shane Steichen definitely saw things differently, and now he's thrown the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
A good challenge by Shane Steichen. They were indeed correct in what they saw. They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Pass play now. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. And he's going to try to avoid having a second one blocked here. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain.
He was brought down
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and
That's a
8.
pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Brought down before the return gets far. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And in a 3-score game, Brock, they have to find a way to reestablish some control here. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd down. Seahawks with 6 defensive backs out there. Throw, 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. And they don't need anything out of this drive right now, Brock. That lead's already been built as we look to the scoreboard, but like architects, they might want to see just how high they can take it.
And we're going to know here in just a second on how they attack these opening plays. Do they opt to take it easy, play conservative, or just keep stepping on that gas?
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And this one does not go far.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Darnold. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. That one going to go against the D.
That's interference. Defense.
So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
And this is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a third down conversion via penalty.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Another carry for Charbonnet. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Walker on first down. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll go with Walker on the counter. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
I know we all love the big home run plays, the highlight reel plays, but as an offense, these are just the stay-on-schedule kind of plays. But I love the commitment to this run game. Keep working that body, keep working that body, keep working that body, and eventually you could take the will away from your opponent.
Going deep here for the end zone. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Seahawks with the lead here at Lumen. Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Walker. Line with the design keeper. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead.
28. Colts, nothing.
Here's Myers now. Brings in the kick at the 9. Things going well so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building can feel it. This has been so momentous one way. And as a competitor, you have got to stop that slide.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Back to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. It'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. He's going to throw it. That one nabbed by Warren. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
1st down, Colts.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. Sticking to the air here. Gets this to Pittman over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Finds Pittman, complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. He's got Pierce. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Seahawks 20-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Still sticking with the passing game. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
4th down, they're going to throw for it. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott, and hope you are really today enjoying that dry studio as the rain continues to fall here in our second half. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
To kick off for Seattle.
Here's Gould on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to.
27-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting the third with Taylor. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. He gets in this game because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
He's going to throw this one. Quick slant taken in by Pittman. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
The Colts ready for the punt. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First play's a design run. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now Walker. And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
3rd and just 2 to go. They're running for it with Charbonnet. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Michael Dixon will kick it away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Colts offense set to head out. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, Taylor. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We have not seen much achievement today.
From the gun on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Kate, it has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Seahawks offense running out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a Walker run. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
From the gun, Darnold. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
No connection on the last play. For him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Punt team on the field. And he's been getting all of it every time out. He has it at the 13. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And this has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this 2nd half. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for 2nd down and 13. They're throwing it. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. And on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
They'll send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Errant snap, and he gets what he can behind this one. Punt meets him at the 28. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Seahawks offense taking the field now.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Play fake, Darnold. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
16 yards. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield. Motioning the tight end now. Running is Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game. Not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
2nd down, Walker's going to get it again. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
Third and long. Here's Darnold. Called in by Arroyo on the right side. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Colts ready to take the field. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this 3rd quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Byron Murphy there to make the play.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. He takes off with it. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
I can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Punting unit out now. And he's going to effort this from his own goal line. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And I get the feeling, Brock, an already substantial lead is about to grow yet again as they take over here with 1st and goal. Now the punt return nearly didn't. The offense getting a chance to find the end zone here themselves. It's 1st and goal. Charbonnet. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. The Seahawks have the football, and they're in great shape with this sizable lead. Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks continue piling it on here in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Myers to add the PAT. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again.
Colts nothing. Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Left side pulled in by Pittman. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 on the play.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here he is on 3rd and short. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
They're going Taylor. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They only needed a couple, and that's exactly what they got, Brock. Not the most impressive game, but it's a big one all the same. That gets them a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10.
I think sometimes you hear 4th and 2, and it sounds like it's short. But what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
Has a man downfield. It's Pittman. And what a big play that was on 1st down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back.
Still 1st down.
So after the 5 yards are marched off, here's 1st and 15. Throwing from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incompletion, 2nd down calls ready. Looking to throw here. That's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 38-yard line before going down.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
They send a receiver in motion right. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Handoff to Walker from the gun. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
This is Walker on second. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's third down.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing is Darnold on third down. Connection made to Shaheed. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 29. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Walker now from the gun. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Walker again. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
3rd and goal now as they try to pile on further. Here's Darnold to throw. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Myers to add the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Seahawks continue adding on to that lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Back now, pressure coming. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. He'll look to throw. Going with a screen to Taylor. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Throw here, 3rd down. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. Will get it inside the red zone at the 15 after that interception and return.
Well, I don't know what more to say. Just a dominating effort, really, in every phase. To put up a score like this in this league, it's hard to do. It takes all 3 phases to get it done. And mercifully, well, we're getting closer to the end of this one.
The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd down, looking for options. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Colts got him. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks authoring a blowout here. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. And they'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 3rd down, they're going with Charbonnet. And they drop him just a couple yards beyond the line. It's 4th down now.
At the 19-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. It's a 36-yard look for him. Myers' kick is good. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's Gould on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Colts offense set to head out. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. They go again with Taylor. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Zone read, handoff to Taylor. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 44-yard line.
So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Seattle.